Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read. We're going to talk about Thursday. I hope life is treating you well. We're going to begin and pull from which deck is this? The Pure Magic Oracle, and then we'll pull some tarot. So as I struggle just a little bit, there's a key message right there to begin for Thursday. I just heard easy peasy lemon squeezy. I feel like it's a day where things are coming to you pretty easily for the most part, or it might be at the very least certain aspects, potentially accomplishments, tasks, I want to say, throughout the day that just feel easy to get done. And Spirit saying you're just going with the flow, you're doing what you have to do, potentially extra, what you want to do. And it's going to be a day where you look back upon it and feel good about what you accomplished, about how it proceeded and was wrapped up. But we have the Vodon Roots card, if I even said that correctly, talking about respect, survival, liberation, and freedom. So it's another kind of day where you're thinking about one, if not multiple levels of freedom you desire, but there's a sense of you feeling a bit pent up or just trapped in one way, shape, or form, kind of an Eight of Swords vibe, feeling like if you look at the imagery, you need to sort of let your inner child out and play, or teach you and or remind you of something. But I feel like there's a need for enjoyment. I'm getting that from that imagery. Sunlight is potentially lacking or just simply needed throughout this day. And your survival mechanisms is what I'm getting. Strategies coming into play. You needing to tap into what you learned from your past about how to survive, whether it's financially, in other ways, you name it. I don't know why I'm getting that one specific way, but you may be finding this is a day where a decent amount of, I'm hearing positive respect is flowing towards you. It could be online, at work, through your business. It could be just, family, friends, coworkers, stuff like that, or people like that. But we also have drawing down the sun, talking about wildlife, divine masculine, magnificence, and witness. That magnificence word was a bit of a struggle. But I'm also feeling like your routines are taking a highlight. You, receiving abundance throughout this day, but it may not be the abundance that you feel is number one on the priority list. But Spirit's saying take everything, with a grain of salt, but take everything as it comes and as it goes. But allowing for things to flow in that sense. But you're protected. Remember that? All right. There may be certain lessons, repetitive cycles, occurrences, difficulties that's being highlighted. But there's a simplicity about this day that's just very interesting, to say the very least. And I feel like that simplicity is tying into how you're easily accomplishing things, or getting things done anyways. But you are going to find that this day highlights your divine masculine side. It could be more so a masculine in your life, all right? It doesn't have to be someone you're dating or anything of the sort, but it could be somebody just very much in touch with their masculine side, all right? You feeling as if you're a witness to certain ups and downs in your life, naturally. But that's two cards there with the sun being quite relevant in the imagery. So I might use that emoji. Anyways, the hollowed heart card talking about veneration, sensuality, gentleness, and nakedness. So with the word nakedness at the end, I feel as if vulnerability is a part of this day. You could be thinking about potentially judging your own physical appearance, your body figure. You could be thinking about other people in that sense. But I also feel like there's a focus on your loyalty, your heart, your feelings, and the gentle way about you. It reminds me of me sometimes, say, for example, at a serving job, and multiple times people have asked me, why do you do things in such a gentle, sort of light way? And it's this feeling of me just wondering why that's an odd thing for some people to observe. It's like I'm just delicate in that sense. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just the way I am at this point from all I've been through and how I've changed over time. So how you've changed over time may come into play. Let's pull some tarot. Yeah, your sensuality is going to be part of this day. Okay, and sexuality to continue for Thursday. Flopping out the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Swords Where you once removed this or that or one big situation from your life, you are now seeing room for or the existence of an abundant situation, all right? Certain levels of abundance to overflow from your cup, some of which you're left with more so full heart or fulfillment in that sense. But I feel like there's a reminder that you're going to see things even more so in the upcoming days, weeks, months, things falling into place for you. I'm getting that from the hands there. Things just sort of aligning for you. You wanting things to feel more narrow and obvious, but Spirit's saying at times the mystery and the question marks, the unknown is part of the path up to what you desire or what you feel will be much more beneficial for you, much more advantageous and aligned with you. So just trust in the process of it all. I know it's easier said than done. Things like your fingernails, your skin complexion, stuff like that being noticed or part of your day, you may be cleaning things up in that sense. You may feel the need to, even if you don't, a need to clean up, say tidy up around the home situation at work. But it's a day where, although things are getting done simplistically, very in an easy manner once again, you might find it's a day that it's kind of hard to not have a spiraling mindset. And it may not be necessarily a negative spiraling mindset. Could be, a bit of both, positive and negative, or just positive. But your mind's going to be moving, all right? The wheels are going to be churning. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a day where Spirit's speaking through you. Bear with me as I'm a little bit dehydrated, but not feeling like stopping the reading right now. I do sense it's also a day where you're being reminded that there are infinite possibilities for you moving forward as long as you trust your intuition. I know we say that in these readings time and time again, but not everybody hears that message. And even when you do hear that message, you may not absorb it, digest it as you should. There's also a feeling that Spirit's saying, just like we were talking about reoccurring lessons, patterns, stuff like that, difficulties, if something needs to be said to you or shown to you, or you need to experience something time and time again, or several times in order for you to fully get the message or just to understand it, to digest it once again, then it's going to take place, or you're going to hear that or experience that, all right? And even if that's a little bit annoying or disheartening or difficult, it's part of the preparation process. It's part of your path in general. Improvement is the name of the game. Yeah, I feel like we're going to use the sun emoji with the face on it for the title, because I just feel like this is your vibe. You're not unhappy, you're not super happy, but you're glowing to an extent. You're being seen in a very sunny demeanor kind of light, and I feel like this is working to your advantage. There's also a feeling of you longing for more of a connection with nature, okay? It may not be a day where you can, like for me, example, I know it's going to be raining due to the hurricane that's not going to be coming towards the city, but it's leaving us with a lot of wind and rain. So I'm not going to be able to go gallivanting, in nature. Anyways, obviously that doesn't have to be your case, but the number 22 coming into play. The number 24 as well. The Three of Cups. How you connect with people, who you feel connected to, even if that's not fully, that's also being heavily aspected in this reading for this day. But I do, even if that's, say, you're just thinking about certain people, or memories pop up in your photo album or on your phone or something of the sort, or on social media, you could find that something, say an object or something you see on TV or in a movie, on YouTube, that could spark a memory about who you don't feel as connected to anymore. Interesting. That might be a little bit disheartening. It might leave you wondering, questioning, potentially thinking about reaching out to that person. Spirit saying it's not the day. To continue for Thursday, before we get ready to wrap this up, the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, it's a day where you're seeing things grow, prosper, add up slowly, thinking about how they have been. There's a focus on financial burdens and or loss, whether it was your doing or not. It could have felt unnecessary. It could have felt necessary, a bit of both maybe. But I also feel like this is a day where you will find yourself, they're saying, strolling around, accomplishing at a slow pace, not rushing, not forcing it. And that's a beautiful pace to be, okay, acknowledging and embracing at this time. There's no need to rush, especially when you're getting things done easily. And rushing could alter the easy aspect of, or the easy route of getting things done. Does that make sense? I hope it was good wording. The Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. Protecting your energy is necessary throughout this day. Protecting your work and what you want. Now, I'm getting the vibe of someone wanting to invest in something moving forward and working towards that, but how are we going to protect that like we protect our energy? By saving, by not overspending, by buckling down and keeping things simplistic in that sense. Only what you need is what I'm getting. But the Hanged Man, because I feel like there may be a push to adjust your perspective, whether you're focusing on the negatives, whether you're focusing on difficulties, lack at this time. It could be spirit unnecessarily pushing you to adjust your perspective on what you want. But you might also need to slightly see things from a different set of eyes, or just see the truth in a situation at hand and or for the future. But either way, I feel like you are seeing things clearly to an extent, especially when it comes to the past is what I'm getting. The Ten of Pentacles, all right? So I feel like this day pushes you forward to think about financial freedom, comfort, more ideal situations for yourself. It's a day to accept that there's comfort at hand, there's abundance at hand, but you deserve more moving forward. So how do we get to this Ten of Pentacles? We take steps in the right direction, and we apply levels of honesty and trust our intuition as we move forward, all right? It's a day where, again, you're accomplishing things quite easily, and there's abundance to be acknowledged as you move around and accomplish quite slowly. And I feel like there's a lot to learn and gain throughout this day, as long as you're aware of it, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you next time.